So Terry does still have an Earth Elemental in hand, which I guess everyone who hasn't been directly spectating the games came out of a Stonehill Defender.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much of this game they've even seen since OBS told me I was at 4 hours 6 minutes or something. So it's been dead for a while.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay if you missed a lot of this game. It's mainly lots of the commentary has been me explaining that I don't understand how either of these decks work.
Yeah, it hasn't been much really. I mean, you can see they both have a lot of cards. They're just trying to get value.
So at this point, I feel like the main strategy going forward in my mind is, if I'm Kevin, I'm looking for a getaway coda from this Hydrologist to combo with like Tyrion or a Primordial Drake or some other like big body in general.
Yeah.
And if I'm Harry, I'm praying that I manage to find Hex or Devolve before that happens. Which he's got one Hex, so...
Yeah. Let's see, there are, 17 cards? Yeah, there's 17 cards remaining in Terry's deck, so still quite a ways to go in this game, I think.
I'm not sure how Kevin's drawn 5 more cards than Terry. I missed some of these, at least.
He played one Acolyte.
Oh, and he did also play the Curator. Okay, that makes sense. This Devolve is actually not bad. It turns a 3/3 into a 1/1, another 3/3 into like a 1/2 or something.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you offhand what the average stats for a 5-drop are.
Although you could also, you could just Blaze Collar here.
Yeah. Which might honestly be better just because you don't have any elemental cards in your hand to activate it in the future.
I really like saving Devolve or Hex for when you face a Tyrion or two.
Or a Spike Ridge Seed for that matter.
Yeah, it's even better.
Insta-pick Tyrion.
Yep.
You need big bodies in this matchup. That's a big body. I think my logic is perfect here.
I would agree. I mean, there are very few situations where you don't want Tyrion.
So this is kind of a suspicious plan, but what are your thoughts on Hero Power Pass?
I was just thinking, there's not a lot you can do here. Like, the Sunwalker doesn't feel great. I'm okay with the Devolve. I'm actually okay with it.
I don't like devolving 3-mana 1/4s.
That's true. At the same time, I guess like, knowing that your opponent just has the one Forbidden Healing, which I think actually was used, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was used on the Pyro.
Yeah, so this is all the health that's left for him.
Plus the 4 on the second True Silver.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah. Oh no. That was... I guess he has Hex for Tyrion.
Yeah. Is he playing the Mana... Okay.
This game is far enough from Fatigue that the Mana Tide isn't a liability. Why do people always play the Mana Tide on the right?
I don't know.
Just play it on the left, so that way when you draw your second Flame Tongue totem, you can put it on the 1/1, and also the new totem that you put on the right. This is my pet peeve.
Well, they've been playing now for over 4 hours. Fatigue is setting in.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh. Okay, I see it.
So
Alright, so we should go live again.
Lives another
But
Now
since there is the
unless-
delay, it should go
Unless
live
he
again.
goes for the
But
wild
since
pyro
there is the
redemption play.
Okay, so Kevin just messaged me saying, my risky game plan is to leave the Manatide alive. Let this go to fatigue.
Yes! I believe in the dream. That's 6 turns, but I believe.
I always love to try for a fatigue game plan. Oh, there goes the
He
dream.
ruined his plan.
Oh, and the Emerald Hive Queen, making a
I'm
little
not that
awkward,
worried
I guess.
about it. You
Yeah.
don't want to play that many minions anyway, right?
With as much value as you have in your hand, I kind of like hero power, try to roll high, and then lightning storm.
Yeah, and then I maybe even Flame Tongue to clear off the scraps.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems fine to me. You have board, your opponent does not.
He's considering. Okay.
And now you just Tyrion Redemption. Are those both from Stonehill? He hasn't drawn his actual Tyrion yet.
Yes, those are both Stonehill.
He's gonna have... Tyrion's gonna have to go through 4 Tyrions this game. Well, 3 because this one's getting devolved.
Alright, our stream is back.
Oh. Wait, the mind games. Never mind, I have no idea what's happening.
I like this because, well, you're still risky to devolve, but, well, I mean, that's still decent for him. I was gonna say, it's just, overall, just kind of awkward.
I guess the... I feel like you wanted your opponent to devolve here so you could Tyrion Redemption next turn.
I think Terry may need to start going face here.
I think this is going to be a rough game for Terry at this point.
It's funny because Kevin Moo thought he didn't have enough resources left to win this, but it turns out getting 3 Tyrions is pretty good.
Yep. And Terry has 1 Hex left in his deck and no other ways to transform this Tyrion. No redemption.
So,
I'm
okay,
actually really surprised by that.
Yeah, Kevin Moo actually just sent a message. He knows there's 1 Hex remaining, so he's saving his redemption for this 3rd Tyrion.
Fair enough, I guess. I would not be that patient, but I mean, it seems to be working so far. He managed to bait the first evolve.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Equality with, or double equalities and a pyro in hand, so this board can never get too out of control in favor of Terry.
Ooh, overload for 1 doesn't feel good.
But you can still just Aya.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure what any of the lines are at this point in the game. You could even just kill the taunt, kill Aya, and then Pyro Equality to full clear the board and
So
get yourself a big weapon.
I was gonna say I like Spike Ridge Steed, one of the 1/1s, and then I would consider just going face, honestly.
That's fair.
I mean, you can do some value trades, but you have Pyro Equality, So you kind of get to decide where the game is going to go.
Something that could have been interesting actually is trade into the Aya equality Pyro Spike Ridge the equality. Sorry, Spike Ridge Steed the Pyro. So you end up with a 5/9 Pyromancer and the board's clear. And you have a weapon.
So Terry finally finds another elemental. He'll probably want to play this here so he can get something from Kalamos.
And then he can even Jade Lightning this 3/7 down along with his 3/6 and swing a 5/3 into a 2/6.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense.
And at this point, I would not be surprised at all to see the Pyro quality come out after this trade.
Yeah, I think that makes sense to me.
Yeah, that looks like that's what he's going towards.
There are just 3 cards remaining in his deck, but one of those is a Tyrion.
This does seem like a pretty good chance for the cutest Kalimos invocation.
Yeah.
Because we all know that Invocation of Earth is by far the cutest.
I was gonna say,
Yay!
it's really the only one that makes any sense.
I mean, you could just hit him for 6, but suboptimal.
Yeah. That's kind of interesting to me.
It makes sense to me. He knows that the only threat that Terry has, or sorry, the best threat that Terry has left is Jinyu.
I haven't been keeping track of what Terry has left.
I have a deck tracker, so it's easy enough.
I do too, but I don't have Terry's deck list in it. Alright, Manatide's not what you want, though.
Never getting played. 0 out of 10. I think you just hit him for 6.
I think you play the Maelstrom, see if you can... I wouldn't do any trades. I think you're past the point of trades.
If you're gonna Maelstrom, you have to... Oh, I don't like this.
God.
Why are you playing the Mana Top God? What cards is he even going for? He's going for the Hex or the Tyrion. He found it! Oh shit, there's a Primordial Drake left?
Oh man.
Oh, rip everything.
And even the Manatide stays alive.
Well, that doesn't even matter at this point, I don't think. I think he's just dead. Never mind, I have no idea. I still have no idea who's gonna win this game.
I don't see any way Terry can win.
I'm pretty sure it's not Terry, but I still am not completely sure. Oh. Okay, well that... Okay, what I was looking at was the Volcano there.
Yeah.
Hex on Tyrion when he gets played. At this point, Terry's definitely dead.
I don't think Terry uses a deck tracker, so he was probably thinking like, oh, Tyrion's gone, right? Like
He played 2 Tyrions on back-to-back turns. How could he still have a Tyrion in his deck?
So... Actually, hold on. The Jinyu is really significant here.
But so is the 15 damage weapon.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Okay.
Actually, wait, no, maybe not, because
So,
the weapon
you have
is
a
offset
chance-
by the 4 minions.
You
4
have-
damage and minions.
Well, you have a chance to roll Taunt.
I still have no idea who's gonna win this game!
I think Terry wins if he rolls Taunt, otherwise I don't think he can win.
I think Terry loses no matter what, but I can't figure out the math to prove it.
Ooh. Okay, I
So he
think
takes 8 this turn.
Yeah, and then the small advantage you can get here is changing out and getting the true silver.
Yeah, he should. There's no reason not to break the weapon. It's not the 1 damage doesn't matter. The 2 health might. But again, I should be able to do this math. This shouldn't be hard math.
Yeah, I'm too excited to do the math.
Oh, he's off by. Terry is off by 1. You can put him to 4, and he's taking 3 for fatigue.
So Terry wins it, right?
Terry loses every time.
Oh, that's what I mean. Sorry.
Oh, it's so close. He's dead to fatigue next turn. Wait,
Okay,
he's not off by 1. I can't do math at all. That's not even close to 1.
Terry doesn't have a weapon.
I don't know how I thought he had 3 more damage than he did, but
What game was this?
that was an exciting game of Hearthstone.
What's the score? I'm so lost. It's been
I think that's 3-1. I think that was Terry's last deck.
Let's find out.
Yeah, because he played his warrior, his druid, and his shaman, and no one swapped besides when they lost.
Oh yeah.
So we're into the finale of people. Kevin versus
Ong.
Alright, time to check out what these decks look like. We got a Jade Druid.
Ong is offline currently.
Well, until he comes back, we can look over his decks. He's got a Jade Druid with a Gluttonous Ooze teched in, and a second Feral Rage, so this seems like a lot of anti-aggro. What did he cut for those? I theoretically know this list, but I do not know it well enough to actually be able to pick out what's missing. Oh well, we can come back to that later.
Yeah, I don't know where Ong went. I gotta say, I'm kind of happy this this Hunter deck is in the finals.
I'm very surprised that it is. I wonder what its record is. I know it went 0-0 against me because I got swept by Pirate Warrior. So looking at Ong's list, he's got a Jade Druid that seems to be tech more against aggro. He's got a slowish mid-range Paladin. I still am never sure how to describe Paladin list, but it's a Murloc Paladin that's running Mirag Lightlord and Primordial Drake. He's got a typical Gunther Mage with Acolyte of Pain and an Eater of Secrets.
I couldn't remember the name Gunther Mage earlier, so I think I went through like 5 different names. Secret,
I think you called it
Freeze,
aggressive Secret Mage.
aggressive Secret Freeze Mage.
And then he has what looks to be a pretty typical token shaman list. I think it's actually the exact same as the list I brought, except for I had a second Sea Giant instead of a second Evolve.
Alright, so if Ong wins this, it's just over. If Kevin Moo wins, he'll have to win 2 series back to back.
We need 2 5-game series here so that... Wait, is Ong on the East Coast? For some reason I thought he was.
Ong is not. He's an MPK. Hold on.
Okay.
Who bans first?
Sounds legit to me. And then we can like switch it if they if Ong loses, he can have to ban first in the second one or something.
Yeah. Terry said that he does not, in fact, use a deck tracker, so he didn't know there was one more Tyrion to come.
Oh boy. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, that would have won in the game.
Yeah, that would have been it.
He wouldn't have taken 15 from, or I guess he would have only missed 5 damage from the truce or from the Ashbringer.
Yeah.
But I think that would have. Dude, that game was a mess. I have no idea how it ended. I still don't know how to analyze it. Alright, so if I were in Kevin's shoes, I'd probably be banning this Paladin, but that's because I have an irrational hatred of Paladin.
It is a very slow deck, and it's 10:30 at night, so
He banned Paladin! They both banned Paladin! I don't have to cast a Paladin game, this is great. I have an irrational hatred of Paladin because I'm pretty sure in 90% of my games against Paladin, they go turn 1 Murloc Tide Color to 1/2 into Rockpool into War Leader. Turns out you lose those games.
Alright, looks like they're getting started here.
So, fun fact, I played Ong during the regular season for this tournament. He completely swept me with Freeze Mage. It was miserable.
I believe...
And then he didn't even bring it to the finals, so...
Let's see, I definitely remember losing to him as well. Oh, nope. Well, I remember incorrectly. I beat him 3-1. I don't know how. I effectively, as soon as I discovered that Easy Big Easy Druid Easy was a
Clap
deck.
Easy.
Yeah. As soon as
I think more easies here.
when I discovered that was a deck, that was pretty much all I played through the entire series.
Whoa! People milking away Primal Fin Totem? I don't know whether this is right or not. I'm just shocked because I like always keep that card.
I do as well. I'm just now loading in here. Oh, come on. I've been having issues where the top cards won't show.
Well, who do you have on top? I can read out to you.
Hold on, I'm stopping spectating. I'll go back in.
Alright, well, so far, this game is going back and forth about as expected. Ong played a 1-1-on-1. Pirate Warrior played a Deckhand on 1. He got Maelstrom Portal. Now there's just like some random small minions on board.
Here we go.
But one of them's a Frothing, so this is going to be exciting.
Alright. So we have Ong Shaman versus Kevin's Warrior. Alright.
And this is like a worse draw than he had in any of his games against me as Warrior. But... So this is an interesting one. I feel like I would snap Jade Lightning, but Devolve is actually pretty good as an answer here too.
Yeah.
Choosing to go with the Jade Lightning though.
So I don't think I've actually seen Ong play this deck yet. I'm really interested in the Sea Giant. I like that.
I added a Sea Giant to mine. It's really good in the mirror. Because it turns out that when you both have 5 minions on board, just getting a free is great.
Oh, that's rough.
That Kindly Grandmother is kind of scary. But the Igneous Elemental is not.
Yeah. You can always just get that with a Maelstrom or something. In general, though, I don't think you want to be giving your opponent any more cards.
I mean, if there are cards that are as bad as 1/2s, I'm fine with it since it's not going to be like a War Axe. And now you can just slam an 8/8. And Kevin has still yet to find a weapon with all his weapon synergy cards, which is definitely a downer.
Oh.
Whew.
I
Killing
kind of
it
like this.
from
You've
hand.
got a really strong board.
Yeah. I can see that. I think I like Primal Fin, Hero Power, 5-5 here.
Yeah.
5-5 with Taunt is always pretty useful.
So, I don't know how much experience you have with OBS, but is there a way I can preview a scene switch before I actually do it?
Not that I know,
Oh.
but I don't really know OBS that well.
Every time I have to do so like switch scene and then reset the images for the correct decks, and then I don't know, it just looks unprofessional.
There probably is a way, but I'm not sure what it would be.
Oh well.
So this board is kind of terrifying.
Yeah, that's not good.
These are the type of boards that kill you.
I think you want to evolve and you actually want a Doomsayer here.
I wouldn't be shocked, although I'd much rather have 3 Millhouse Mana Storms and a Tar
Well,
Creeper.
Of course. That'd be pretty good.
Missing 1 damage? Nope, he found it. Those aren't great.
It's decent, I guess. Especially the Acolyte.
The Acolyte I'm a fan of, but the rest of these
Yeah.
are not overstated at least.
I would actually use
kind of
that
what you need here.
Spellbreaker on the Acolyte right now.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't think Ong is. I mean, he's got the thing from below, but you've already seen one. He's running 1 Stonehill as well. I think you stop him from drawing those though.
Also, a Devolve could potentially be good, or a Maelstrom Portal here, if he manages to get lucky and roll
Yeah.
spell power. And I think those are his few outs at this point, so there's no reason not to avoid them. It's a decent pickup if it weren't for the... Oh, the Earth Elemental, though! Oh, he's
that's-
saving the Spellbreaker for that, though. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I'm not good at this game. But Ong is able to clear off most of the board right now, which means that... Oh, he's
Is
not
he
going to clear
gonna?
it looks like.
Okay.
I am not sure how I feel about that, but it's definitely not what I was expecting.
That just makes it a little bit easier for him to clear the Stonehill.
And start swinging at face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would have liked the trade into the 1-2 just to avoid taking 2 this turn.
So
Well,
okay.
3 with the upgrade.
Okay. He can use the Bloodsail and the Elemental to clear off the Stonehill, and then next turn, if Ong doesn't find a taunt, that's just lethal.
Yeah, or this is actually better, but yeah.
I actually would preserve any health I could. Because you're already
Eh,
staring
you're
at
not
it.
gonna... I guess Bloodlust is lethal either way.
Oh, yeah.
There's a taunt.
Alright.
Maelstrom, I think you kill the 3-3 with your 7-8 and then Maelstrom Portal and hope you get to get 2 at face.
I think Maelstrom first just to see what happens.
I don't want to hit the juggle into the 3-3 though.
Nothing scares me.
Oh.
Yeah, so now you...
Oh, you got more. Just throw as
Oh
much
right,
stuff
he does
as you
have
can.
the extra minion.
Hey, you can throw another
Okay.
if he wants.
Yeah, okay, this is better. Sure, this seems fine to me. And now we just needs to...
Oh no, just get rid of your... Yeah.
Is he playing around? Wait, could he have afforded to play around, he's dead, but...
Oh. And that's how Pirate Warrior goes.
Yep. I also can't count it for some reason, thought playing around Mortal Strike was gonna be a thing there. Despite the fact that he was already at 3.
Oh, yeah.
So Token Shaman is not doing as well against Pyro Warrior in this tournament as I am used to.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure if it's just a run of bad luck or if it's somehow the Pyro Warriors have changed to be more effective against Token Shaman. Or the Token Shamans have changed to be less effective against Pirate Warrior.
All
Either
right.
way, we're now on to Hong's Burn Mage against, Pyro Warrior.
I love these fast games.
Like some Doomsayer and... Oh god, double War Axe at a Cortron Elite! Well, if Kevin manages to hit like any good synergy cards, this could be a quick one.
Kevin just said, how did I just win a game and never draw War Axe or Arcanite Reaper? Oh, hi
Well-
War Axes, here they are.
Well, there are 2 of them. And an upgrade, so that counts as a synergy card. Nothing feels good here for the Mage. Arcanologist is 2 mana cycle. Deal 1 damage to a weapon.
Ice Barrier is pretty good to get there, though.
Oh. I'm so not used to running Ice Barrier anymore. Because so many lists have cut it for Counterspell, and I'm so used to just using Counterspell instead.
This is like Freeze Mage, like more traditional.
But it's also... I don't know. It's like the same Gunther Mage stuff, though, right? I can't tell the difference between the 2 lists. It is running Frost Nova Doomsayer. I don't understand how these lists are different. They just merge together
They're
seamlessly
all
to me.
very similar.
He didn't play around
what a turn.
Vaporize that he knew wasn't in the deck.
Well, yeah.
I
high
think it's
chance
rapidly
that-
approaching Frost Nova Doomsayer Claw.
Yeah, there's a good chance that Bloodsail Cultist is gonna go off. But, of course, with this Frost Nova Doomsayer, you instead get
Sacrifice
to
it.
face a Corcoran.
Oh, no, this Corcoran and 4-2 are just gonna kill this Doomsayer. So this does not seem like a, You hate to see that if you're an Ong fan.
Yeah.
Let's just go with the memes. So, Pirate Warrior continues to do Pirate Warrior things and hit people for lots of damage. He just did, if my math is right, 17 damage that turn.
So, Ong is not... Well, he's running... Okay, 2 copies of Blizzard. Not sure how much that matters, though.
I mean, it'll help, but he's getting popped here. He's getting popped at 2.
Kevin's trying to calculate if he has enough to pop.
Maybe he's trying to decide whether he should pop him at 1. No, you just pop him at 2. We keep your weapon charge.
It really doesn't even matter with that Mortal Strike in hand.
Yeah, but you keep your weapon charge
Yeah.
for reasons.
Just
There's
to
no
feel
reason to
good.
lose it. And
That's it.
he has a second block from the Arcanologist,
Okay.
which helps a little bit because he can kill off the 4/3, and then get popped at 1, and then it's Earth Elemental with block.
Yeah, I think at a point you're just like, yeah, I'm not winning this unless some miracle happens, so I should just go face. Oh, okay. Doesn't even want to pop him at 1. Too cool for that.
Who even pops Bloods at 1 nowadays? Just don't even swing with patches. So
Even better, the Pirate Warrior is now gaining armor.
So you Firelance Portal the 3/3 and you pray for Earth Elemental or you lose the game. That is game.
Alright.
Also, you lose the game even with Earth Elemental because Mortal Strike. But you can believe. So now we're down to Jade Druid against the entire lineup, and we'll see if Jade Druid manages to pull off a reverse sweep.
How does Jade Druid do versus Pirate Warrior?
I think this list should be pretty favored. In general, I think it's about like a 55-45 matchup. Like,
Okay.
it's slightly favored, but not strong. Like, Pirate Warrior getting its nut start is still gonna just murder you.
Yeah.
But if Pirate Warrior doesn't, you probably can survive until you hit 6 mana, and maybe you can just drop Taunt, Yogg. Which he is running.
Oh, yes, I love this list. With Yogg, all things are possible.
Yeah, as long as you can get to 10 mana.
I mean, that's
didn't
pretty
get to
easy
Yogg.
versus Pirate Warrior, right?
I was running Yogg in 2 of my 4 lists, and I didn't get to play him once because I got 6-0'd by Pirate Warrior.
Aw.
That's not the card you want to see right now, though. That's a great backbreaker in this sort of matchup, but that's turn 8. This is not a turn 8 hand. You
Yeah.
need early cards. That's a card that's okay, at least.
Yeah.
So what you're really looking for is like a Jade Blossom, a Jade Behemoth, Swipe,
So,
Wrath.
here you can either do the Kor'kron and get a value trade, or, I'm actually okay with just the Bloodsail Corsair. Wait, no, what is that? Dread Corsair. mean.
I would hold off on the Dread Corsair just because you have. Wait, he has 3 mana.
Ah,
We can't count.
excellent.
Ramp Druid.
Yes.
I would personally play the Kor'kron Elite first though, just because you have the Arcanite Reaper that you can get a 0 mana Dread Corsair on afterwards.
Yeah,
I'm kind of surprised he didn't just swipe this turn.
I am as well.
Also,
I guess you don't
he-
really need it.
Oh, never mind. I thought he did those attacks differently. This is a sketchy turn. Swipe is pretty needed, but Aya is like the only way you're actually gonna put any
Yeah.
pressure on.
It's like they
And you
say,
need to survive another turn.
are you playing to win or playing to not lose?
At least he probably survives another turn at least. Ong probably survives another turn at least since he has this. Oh, that's not what I
So
expected.
this may this may get out the ooze this turn.
Yeah, I think it would. It's either so the only 2 plays are Ooze or Aya,
Oh, interesting.
but it looks like he's going with the Aya. So with that in mind,
You can upgrade Dread Corsair Bloodsail.
on one hand, that's really risky for the Ooze. On the other hand, I would do that every time. That sounds hilarious.
It's so fun.
Is he gonna go all in?
So
Is he gonna-
oh,
Okay, so he's holding on to the upgrade, which makes sense. The Ooze is almost certainly coming down in response to this if he has it, which we know he does. Although it is also Primordial Drake turn.
okay, yeah, I like that together.
Yeah. Oh wait, Primordial Drake is terrible. There's a frothing on the board. Well, now that the Ooze is gone, you just Arcanite Reaper, and you either play a 7/3, you play a 7/3. Really? I'm surprised to see that.
When's an 8/3?
Yeah, oh, okay. Well, now all he needs to do is get to go face with that again and he wins. So now it's time to drop taunts and pray.
I like that we're highly likely to see Yogg this game, though.
It'll take a couple turns to come out, though.
I think it'll be the first turn, just like do something for me.
I think we're gonna get another Primordial Drake first.
2 mana, 9/3. Seems good.
Seems like I would play that card. So here I think you just trade off the board and play a second Primordial Drake.
Oh, yeah, especially with the Earthen Scales, that helps a lot.
Yeah. If you want to get super greedy, you can even hold on to the Earthen Scales and try to cycle it with Gadget. But I don't think we're in position to be too greedy.
At the very least, you're not dying this turn, probably. So
unless he manages to pull a Spellbreaker off the top. GG, well played. No
well,
re.
would
Rio.
5 armor save him here?
Yeah.
Wait. Oh yeah, 5 would. Yep. Oh. That's a 3-0 with a Pirate Warrior.
Yeah, you can't play around that. I think this was the right play. I think you need to armor Hero Power every turn at that point.
Alright, so...
Or at least I can totally get behind the Hero Power every turn play.
Face is place. That gives us one more final
Round
series.
2! So we might see a Pirate Warrior ban this time. I could see that coming. I would ban it.
Interesting. Okay,
They're
so
brave.
They're both choosing to ban Paladin. I mean, I can kind of see it. You get a good draw versus the Pirate Warrior, and you can... but at the same time... Alright, we're going to take a 2-minute break. Apparently, these people aren't strong enough to play video games for 5 hours straight.
What scrubs? Well, I guess it's time to reopen all these deck lists that I've been closing as people lose with them.
I can make another scene really quick where I just show off all the deck lists.
I really want to find out after this how many wins Kevin actually got with his Hunter. Because I feel like what it's actually been is he's just been winning games with Pirate Warrior. And also he has a Hunter.
Alright. Let's see. So, I'm adding in... Oh my gosh, dog, please.
Roo.
Ong's decks are here on the left. Dog, please. And let's add in Kevin's. Alright, so I've added all these decks here at once to show. Let's see
I still feel like Pirate Warrior shouldn't actually be that strong against Ong's lineup, but maybe I'm just wrong. And maybe I'm actually wrong about how strong Jade Druid is against Pirate Warrior. I'll double check those numbers while we're waiting.
Gosh, this looks like professional quality here. You should see how this is gonna look.
I have to wait 5 minutes.
I know. I'll send a message. Alright. Looks like they're ready to start. Just as I get the deck list added.
Nailed it. Oh, so apparently it is not in fact a favored matchup for Jade Druid against Pirate Warrior at all.
Begin for Doomhammer.
Alright, well, in the chat for this, I just sent the deck list. Super high quality.
You know, that's not bad. I was expecting way memeier, or way worse with how much you were saying how it's high quality, sarcastically.
I mean, all I did was just add 6 images there and put text in their name.
You know? Still could be worse. Alright, so Kevin's finally bringing out his Hunter, which I haven't gotten to see yet, because pirates.
Oh, good call on the Huffer. Actually, I kind of liked the value trade there. I don't like this at all.
I'm not honestly sure. This is... You get 4 more damage in.
That's true.
You... No, I think playing it that way is better in case of Maelstrom Portal.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was thinking you keep a beast alive for the Houndmaster, but I suppose just getting the 8 damage in is also really good.
Now this... Oh yeah, this is a fine turn. You just put up a 0-3 with Super Taunt.
I don't know, like, how much do you care about that when you can just deal 4 more damage?
I like removing the ability to draw cards when I'm playing against a Shaman, but unfortunately the Doppelgangster Evolve combo is already in hand, and he has 6 mana this. Pretty good cards.
Yeah.
He is, however, at
Well, we've got
able
a
to do
charging
full damage
high
to his
main
face.
coming in.
or even a charging Saber's Tooth Stalker.
I would probably take that, actually.
Oh, but we're going for the army of minis, which I didn't do the math. It's just lethal.
No, I think it's a little off. It's quite a bit,
3.
though.
Okay, so on the other side of things, we've got 9 plus 8 is 17 plus 6 is 23. We've got 6 off lethal for Ong himself. So I'm imagining that this turn will be something along the lines of kill the infested wolf, clear everything with Maelstrom Portal, and also play a Sea Giant.
This has gone so fast, I'm not even sure. I like that first.
That makes sense to me. That didn't work out particularly well, though.
No.
I think you need to clear everything here.
You can play Maelstrom first just to see. You get to draw another card. Or actually, you do this and you get the free Sea Giant.
Yeah, and then you Maelstrom. Or then you Maelstrom. And now if you really want to make sketchy decisions, you value trade across here, and then you evolve again.
I was thinking that. I'm not opposed to it.
jeez!
He was also
Never
probably...
Doomsayer.
He was hoping for a taunt, probably, because that's lethal. Although it wouldn't have mattered there.
Yeah. Does he have any chargers in this deck? Oh, I guess he has the second Rhino.
Upper.
Oh, you're right.
Alright.
Yeah, that was reasonable. He just had to not get Doomsayered.
Alright. Let me see if I can add in some text to show their wins.
Jaina versus Rixa.
Let the hunt begin.
All right, so now we're in the. Ugh, I don't like this matchup. I feel like Burn Mage has a really bad matchup against any type of hunter. I feel like I really don't like any slow mage against any hunter.
Yeah, I think the Mana Worm, at least, you've got a chance of getting bored.
Yeah, and the Frostbolt's a good follow-up,
Yeah.
but when things start going badly, they just like hero power you, and Ice Block isn't actually useful when they can do 2 damage every single turn.
Yeah.
But so far things are going pretty standard. I'm a little bit surprised that we didn't just see the Kindly Grandmother on one, but I don't actually understand when is good to use Trog Beast Rager, and I know the Kindly Grandmother is just good.
Yeah. This is a little interesting to me, but I guess it makes sense.
Yeah, it's a little aggressive, but it happens to play around Kevin's hand pretty well, because that Eagle
Yeah.
Hornbow was about to punish the Mana Worm.
I like this.
This seems like a Doomsayer turn,
Yeah.
but apparently it's not. It did die to the kill command in hand, but I feel like this
That'd
matchup
be
is
putting
sketchy
a
enough
lot
that I would
in
just
it,
be going
yeah.
for it.
I was thinking maybe he wants the Doomsayer here to stop like well, the Tundra Rhino, or even next turn to stop Savannah Highmane.
This is actually really good against this specific series of cards from Kevin, though, because with the Eagle Hornbow coming out last turn, he didn't develop another minion, and now the kill command doesn't have a
So-
beast to proc off of.
Is he considering the Animal Companion here?
That's a 1 in 3. That can't be worth it. I could see the Infested Wolf. I can't see the Animal Companion.
Oh, I would have loved to see that.
At this point,
Oh, that's a terrible turn. I
I think
I
I
would
might
have
have
liked
even
the
played the
tempo.
delay.
Yeah.
Like this is going to be so sketchy at this point. You need to just manage to survive. This isn't terrible for to be facing down at least though.
Yeah, so I really like that play because next turn you can do the Tundra Rhino, and even if you break open your Death Rattles, you get more damage coming in.
Yep, that makes sense to me.
This feels bad.
That feels real bad. That doesn't even freeze to 3/2. I don't know. I don't think there are. That's a interesting pickup. Even with the Tundra Rhino, he can't go
Yeah.
face. I think this Tundra Rhino just needs to be fireballed this turn, though. I don't think you can afford to take the 6 from the Highmane he might have in hand. But Ong is disagreeing with me, and he's definitely a better freeze mage player than I am.
Double charged doesn't feel good.
Worst choice. Well, I guess this is still better than Leok.
I don't know. Leok's a lot harder to kill, especially with the Blizzard in hand.
That's true.
Doesn't even
But what are
feel
the
good
odds that
with Unleash the
getting to go
Hounds.
face again?
So this should be a really good Blizzard turn. Well, okay, yeah, you don't... Wait. If you break open... So...
If-
Oh, don't do it! If he breaks open the Infested Wolf and then Frost Novas, there's nothing he can do.
This is true. I don't know if it's worth it though. I think you want to.
It gives you a turn just to do something.
Oh, okay. With you, if you fireball the Tundra Rhino, this makes more sense because now you use all your mana this turn. The problem with that
Oh,
I was
okay,
having with
yeah.
it was that you're still floating like 4 mana.
Yeah.
Eight mana, 7/7.
Feels bad.
Worse War Golem.
Hey, it's a beast.
Technically not worse War Golem. But so even with all the removal that Ong's pulled out here and Stall, he's still not any closer to actually winning the game. I feel like,
Yeah, I was
and now he's out
actually...
of removal.
I was questioning there whether he should just go ahead with the Alexstrasza and try for like a 2-turn lethal.
I didn't count the damage, but at least last turn he was dead on board if he did that.
Excuse me, you are on.
Maybe this can pull something out though. Now that he's managed to fish up a block, there's no way he's dead in 1 turn. I assume. Yeah, Kevin isn't running a flare or an eater. So we can at least just Alex next turn and pray,
Yeah.
but the praying's not gonna do a ton of good when your opponent has 14 power on board. If you just hero... The 8/5 hasn't even attacked yet!
I like that.
I...
Now it doesn't even... Oh, well, okay, like, Alexstrasza isn't even really gonna help you here.
I mean, it has to be an aggressive Alex.
Yeah.
There's no world where you win playing defensively from this point.
Divine Shield could be a really big deal.
I don't think the board is going to be relevant for the rest of this game.
Well, I mean, you have to kill.
Yeah, like, the 8/5 goes into
Yeah, I
the
guess it
8/8 no
doesn't.
matter what. The 6/4 goes into the 2/1 no matter what. The Ice Block comes down next turn, and he just needs 3 damage of burn.
I suppose Death Rattle, all those are pretty bad, though.
Yeah. I guess... No, there's no reason to do anything else. Alright,
Oh,
Primordial
boy.
Glyph, need 3 damage! That's 3 damage! That's game!
Wow.
That's
Any-
Hearthstone!
Any heal in this Hunter deck?
Oh, is Savannah Highmane heal?
If only.
That is, wow.
Alright.
Okay, those back-to-back ice blocks changed everything. It gave him just enough time to actually be able to Alex, which gave him just enough pressure to just
Yeah.
find 1,000,000 damage.
That puts the series 1-1, and this is the last one no matter what. Last series, I mean.
So we have 2 Jades, 2 Jade Druids, this Gunther Mage, and a Pirate Warrior. This matchup feels real bad.
Jaina!
This matchup feels real bad for the Mage.
It feels terrible.
You sit there grinding away, you spend 10 mana to deal 10 damage to their face, and then they play a 1 mana card and heal for 11.
Yep.
That's not to say it's unwinnable. If the Mage manages to get off a really aggressive start, it's entirely possible that you can just blow out the Jade Druid before things even start to snowball.
Speaking of aggressive starts, this is looking really good. Now, I think it could have waited a turn there, but that's looking like a really good hand from the Jade Druid.
Yep. Any hand that has 4 distinct cards that have Jade in the text is pretty good.
Yeah.
The
throw in an Auctioneer.
The only downside is there's not a lot of cycle. Enter Auctioneer.
Yeah, I
So-
think I would have liked to see him hold Innervate last turn and just roll into the turn 3.
That's fair. I think there are enough good 3-mana card plays that I don't dislike it, like a Glutton. You should say Gluttonous Ooze in this matchup. Alright, so now we're at the point in this matchup where the mage, from what I can tell, has one real path to victory, and that is Medivh.
Oh, yes, yes.
If you just start slamming random 7-drops, you still have a pretty good chance in this game. But that's gonna need to come out real soon. Speaking of slamming cards, oh, that's not a Jade at all. Huh. Okay, I guess he wants to save the coin for Auctioneer purposes next turn? Or
I
not
was
next
gonna
turn.
say, my big complaint with using all these cheap spells is you kind of want to save with Auctioneer, but I guess you do have 2 other 6-drops that you're fine playing on curve.
Yeah, you don't need to play Auctioneer for another 2-3 turns at least. As long as you can keep playing Jade cards, you're fine to just keep doing that. Like here you just play Aya on curve. Feels real good. On an empty board. I think.
Golems are a girl's best friend.
Yeah, that very few times where on curve Aya is a bad choice.
An extra Pyroblast won't be
I
would
was
help
gonna
for
say.
closing out the game.
Excuse me, you
Actually, Kevin hasn't hit any of his heal spells yet.
So I was gonna say, we can roll turn 9 Alex into turn 10 Pyro into turn 11 Pyro.
Yeah. Which, if he can't... Oh, he found an Earthen Scales.
Even then, you're still looking at 20 damage you need to get through, plus taking out Alex.
Yeah.
It's your chance, basically.
Yeah, like, I agree with going for it every time. I'm just not sure if it's going to be enough. So here, looks like he's going for Jade Spirit, and I wouldn't be surprised to see a Tar Creeper come out too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or even just Hero Power.
Okay.
Would, honestly, just Hero Powering as much as possible as the Druid here makes sense to me.
Yeah.
You have a really threatening board already. He's probably just going to be freezing it forever, like last game. And so it begins.
Yep.
And when you see this Alex come down, you're just going to instantly be, oh
And
no, I guess I better not be in range to die.
yet another Jade card here that you can... Okay, so let's go with the Auctioneer turn now. I was going to say, yet another Jade card. You can really get those Jades up for your Earthen Scales.
But you may as well wait another turn for that, I assume. Not going for the turn 9 Alex. I guess he's waiting to find a second.
I think he was
Block
really
or something.
afraid of the Auctioneer just going off there, which definitely is good now that we see double
fair.
Earthen Scales, Nourish,
That's-
Wild Growth.
If you're the Jade Druid, you see this hand, you're like, okay, I've won this game. I can heal
Yeah.
for 11. I can heal for... That's at 7? When if he's got so big?
So, worst case, he's healing for 17.
Yeah, so you just go... Well, worst case, he manages to find a meteor that's not in his deck and kill that.
Oh, yeah.
But... If I'm in Ong's shoes, I think I just go for this at this point.
I think
I guess blizzarding here first doesn't hurt, and you can even throw a fireball at him, potentially.
So I was gonna say you Alex here, and then next turn you can Blizzard Fireball.
But the question is, would he be able to pop you first?
I don't know.
I think he had 21 damage on board, if I counted correctly, which would have been just enough to pop him, and
Would it be-
I am not doing the math on whether he'd be able to get him to 1, but if he did, then... So your options here are you Firelands the 7-5 and ping the 1-6-1, or you go. He's choosing the safer option, probably the smarter option.
That seems pretty good.
He found a taunt. But at the same time, the longer this game goes, the more that Jade Druid is just gonna end the game.
You're looking at a Jade
By
Druid with
refusing to
9 cards in hand.
And 8 cards in deck. Fun fact, the less cards the Jade Druid has in deck, the better
Yeah.
for them. Well, he found the second block, so I think now you just have to go. And he agrees with me for once. But, he can gain... Kevin can gain 27 armor this turn, if he so chooses.
He can even just choose to.
And he
That's-
gains 19 of it, 20 of it. He can Pyroblast twice and not even hurt his health. Like, this
Feels-
is not a good shape for On right here.
Yeah.
I think we're at the... He still has Medivh in his deck, which is really unfortunate, because I think that's the real win condition at this point.
Do you Fireball face there?
Yep.
Okay.
I guess it makes sense because if the Jade Druid manages to clear this, like with his second swipe into hero power, I don't know. It won't actually get through even with the taunt, or if he just drops the second taunt. The fact that Ong hasn't managed to pull his Medivh yet is really unfortunate.
Yeah. At the same time, this seems about what I think I would have expected. This is why I was in favor of playing Alex so much earlier. It's kind of like
Yeah.
the longer you wait, you're just kind of doomed.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, this is a rough matchup to begin with. There's not, like, any good solutions because it's pretty much a counter matchup.
Well, here it is finally.
Unfortunately, yeah. Unfortunately, as soon as he manages to start getting value from it, he gets popped twice, and that's game.
All right. So Kevin is currently up 2-1.
And we might get a Jade Mirror here, because it seems like Kevin's determined to manage to get through the second round of the finals without going with the Pirate Warrior that won the first round of it.
And you
Proof
are
that he
correct.
didn't even need that deck. So, the best card in Ong's deck is in his hand right now, in Jade Blossom. Single best card in the deck.
Yeah. Both hands look decent. And
Yeah, I definitely like what? That's a
happened?
3-mana card.
What?
Thought he was about to try to coin out Jade Blossom.
Oh, I missed it.
He started hovering over the coin and I got really confused. So I think I like Ong's hand a little better here just because he has a more proactive hand with, they both have Fandrels, but the swipes I feel like aren't going to be very useful early game here.
Yeah.
Although this swipe's
yeah.
coming out here Probably, because you just can't.
all day.
Is he brave? He's not brave enough. If he just slammed his own Fandral there, that would have been very dangerous, but potentially amazing.
No bravery.
Now he slammed the... So unfortunately, Kevin has plenty of ways to answer this based on, you know, the whole bit where he had removal and not actually good threats.
I'm loving this matchup so far because these are not plays that I would have considered.
The Wrath for one, besides the... yeah. A lot of them are like,
I'm
I
just
think, small edges.
mostly I'm just very surprised that they both be so bold with their Fandral early on.
I totally agree with Ong's boldness, because if it had managed to stick, hitting Nourish with Fandral on board is basically just game winning.
Yeah.
I'm more surprised that Kevin went for it, but he needed to be able to contest things. If you just slam a 3-5, that they have to kill next turn because they don't know you don't have Nourish.
I don't really care for that wild growth there. Because next turn now your Jade Blossom is just 3 mana, summon a Jade Golem.
That's fair. But now you can squeeze it in along with Jade Behemoth too.
Okay, that makes sense.
Also, no, this matchup is heavily important on... So if one of the Jade Druids manages to get a really big board early, then that can be game winning, but most of the time
Yeah.
it's going to be who gets to fatigue first. To fake fatigue first. Because if you manage to make your entire deck Jade Idols and then just put a gadget on board, you probably beat the other Jade Druid.
Yeah. I really hope we get to see a Yogg this game. I know some people don't like seeing Yogg in games, but I at least like seeing him show up.
Well, Kevin isn't running him, so we're gonna need Ong to end up feeling like he's in desperate shape for that to happen. And right now, Primordial Drake is definitely good enough. He can kill off most of the board, actually all of the board.
Yeah.
And Kevin's low on cards, actually.
Yeah, not.
Oh, never mind, he found an Auctioneer, everything's fine.
So,
I'm kind of surprised he's not just playing the Auctioneer immediately.
yeah. Jade Blossom, and then you can even throw out one of the Earthen Scales. Although, that is his second Auctioneer, so maybe he's thinking he needs to save it for fatigue.
That's fair, it does help a lot late. Oh, I did not expect that play.
Also, it's really funny to think that, you know, tell me 2 years ago that people save their Auctioneer until they're in fatigue.
You know, Hearthstone. Just Hearthstone things. This is a really awkward turn for Ong. You really want to kill this Auctioneer, but you don't have a way to guarantee.
Yeah.
But with this living through the turn, that's really scary.
Yeah. Alright. Oh.
Oh, best card in the deck. 2 mana, draw 3.
It's better than a Fandral Nourish.
Yep. And then an Innervate, 0 mana, draw 1.
Double.
Or negative 2
Innervate.
mana, draw 1. I think you
Wow.
probably Innervate, Jade Blossom, Innervate here.
I think you could even start with the Jade Blossom.
That's fair.
Oh my god.
So, you definitely don't Nourish here. You don't need to. Huh. I totally missed the use when I was looking at his list.
Is it in here?
Yeah.
Okay,
I just
was gonna
didn't
say,
notice it.
a couple of people messaged me that they changed 1 or 2 cards, but I didn't bother switching out the list.
Ah, okay. Oh, was that a second Jade? Oh no, there's a second Jade. Oh, I lost track on who had played what. He's gonna run out of time.
Yeah. Looks like his turn was good enough, though.
Did he get the earthen skills in?
I don't think so. Nope.
Nope, not quite.
Do we Yogg yet?
I don't think so.
Oh, he still has an
I think-
auctioneer on board. Okay.
Yeah, I think you use the auctioneer first, and then when that fails, next turn you Yogg. He still has both innervates in his deck to draw into.
Yeah.
On Ghost. Also a wild growth, also another wrath. So he's got pretty good odds of being able to get some pretty high tempo draws here. That is not one of them. Wow, that's actually really unlucky.
He can play the Nourish.
It'll overdraw him by 1.
Will it?
Yeah, because he'll draw 4. And he gets 7. Oh no, it won't. He
yeah.
just needs to...
Plays.
It'll overdraw him by
Oh,
1
okay.
eventually, but not next turn. You 100% have to kill the auctioneer. Is he trading auctioneers?
Okay.
Okay.
That makes sense. I can see it.
I'm kind of surprised by that, but I guess his auctioneer was dying next turn anyway, so he may as well take the trade on the bigger minion.
Plus, he does have his other auctioneer still.
Oh, right, that too. Alright, it's Yogg time.
Yeah.
There's no way you're coming back on this board without Yogg. He's just got too... At least, not that I see anyway.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I think you just gotta go for it. Maybe you can... Maybe you can Primordial Drake, kill the 7/7 and the 8/8,
Okay.
and you're not super screwed, you're just not in good shape.
I kind of like that. Just wait as long as you can, and then wait for the Yogg Dream.
Maybe he'll just play Sinister Strike 8 times in a row.
Yeah. I actually don't have a tracker for how many spells he's cast.
I don't know exactly, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
Theoretically, I can count which spells he's drawn and which ones are still in his hand, but that sounds like a lot of effort.
Especially with Jade Idols being shuffled.
I mean, the Jade Idols are fine. He's drawn 2, he has none in hand. I can do that math.
Oh, is he? He's not. Okay.
Bow down!
Okay, nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing? Nothing?
I've seen worse. Elf Spirit Echoes is great with an Aya.
With a Yogg, you mean?
Well, I mean both.
Actually, which one comes back, though?
Oh, everything's gone!
Oh!
Does he have a Jade Idol? Oh, thank God he drew his Jade Idol. If he didn't draw his Jade Idol, he would have lost the game.
Holy crap.
Is too full.
Holy crap. Is that Snake Trap? Yeah.
That's Snake Trap. So that's exciting.
So he didn't get back his Aya or his
Does he
Yogg.
just win? No, wait, Snake Trap doesn't actually stop the attack. He does, however, have a Sergeant Sally in his hand.
Can he do anything with that?
He can use, he can
Whoa, whoa,
combo
whoa,
it.
whoa,
He
whoa.
can go Sergeant Sally, Innervate, Primordial Drake to do 3 AoE instead of 2.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say shuffle, Wrath, then do something.
He'd even go like Gadget, Innervate, and then just spam Jade Idols. But Wrath for 1 is probably
Oh, yeah.
a must do. And
It's
All right.
funny
So that Doom was actually amazing because it put him in fatigue with a Jade Idol in his hand. And as I mentioned, fatigue is great when you're Jade Druid, as long as you are not out of Jade Idols.
He even has his gadget Zane for next turn.
If he even needs it.
So I think we had the discussion earlier for the biggest Jade Idol you've seen. We might get close this game.
If he... So, fun fact,
Or wait, hold
even
on,
if you
is
don't
this-
have room,
Yeah, I think this might be
That's
lethal
just-
though.
he's off by one... No, he's got it. He needs the Feral Rage. Kevin does, where he said. On board. Or at least he needs to... No, that doesn't help. No, he needs to kill a 2-3, or he needs the Feral Rage. Because this is exactly full on board right now, if I'm not counting wrong.
I see 31 damage.
19, 21, 23, he's at 22. Never mind, I'm off by some. He's just got
He's also got the
like 2
Sergeant
damage.
Sally.
Play Sergeant Sally! Wee woo, wee woo!
Alright.
Alright.
2-2.
So Yogg's a thing. But fun fact, did you know that if you play Jade Idol and choose to summon a Golem, it'll increase the Jade counter even if you don't have room to summon a Jade Golem?
Yeah, I've heard that because that's how I saw someone on Reddit actually hit the Jade cap.
That's how my old roommate managed to get to a 1919. He just sat there for like 2 full turns spamming shades because he had
Alright.
nothing else to do because he was against a freeze mage.
So we do get to see the Pirate Warrior one more time.
And it's in the matchup that I thought wasn't actually terrible, but apparently is. So yeah, apparently this is actually a 57-43 in Pirate Warrior's favor.
I thought Pirate Warrior had a big advantage here.
The taunts can really do work.
Doesn't matter if you're dead on turn 4.
Yeah,
All your
you're not
taunts
wrong.
cost too much. I'm
You're
a
not
big
wrong.
fan of the Innervate here just to make sure there's no pirates alive.
Also fair. I
It's
I
gonna be
get
really
behind
rough
keeping
now.
it, but I can agree with you on kill all pirates is always good. I think you can just go with a lot of Jades and pray. Jades in a dream.
We're gonna this Rusty Hook is gonna be quite polished in a few turns.
I wonder if it's just time to ooze at this point. Ooh, Jade Blossom, best card in the deck. You can kill a War Axe and heal for 3, or you can gain a mana.
I like it.
This play makes sense to me. I assume that the Naga Corsair and the Dread Corsair is coming out. It is.
Holy crap.
This is fun gameplay. I love weapons. So I assume the Ooze is coming out here to try to not die.
I like Ooze and then Feral Rage to actually clear something.
I don't think you can afford to Feral Rage offensively right now.
I wouldn't even call it offensively, like, otherwise how are you gonna kill this stuff?
Fandral Feral Rage to heal for 8 while you kill things.
Okay.
And right on cue, Ooze has been played. Time to play Arcanite Reaper. Wow.
That's 16 damage. That's 16 damage, and then next turn. No, I don't like the
Corcron
Corcron.
Elite might even just be better. It's a 4-3 on board.
But you can still play Corcron next turn.
Yeah.
And next turn you can get the Corcron and the South. Okay, I can see either, I guess.
Yeah, okay, this makes a lot of sense. You can kill the minion on board with your face. You can't kill it with a Corkron and have it stick around. Fandral, Feral Rage time! End the dream. Also, Fandral dies every time, obviously.
Is this lethal?
Wait, is it? 6?
He's got
Oh,
22. That's lethal. Or I'm sorry, no, that just died. So 11, 15, 17. Yep. Plus the upgrade.
because, of course.
And
Well,
I concede.
that's it.
I assumed there were going to be lots of Taunt Warriors at this tournament, but I guess Pirate Warrior was the way to go.
It appears so.
I picked a lot of things to try to counter Taunt Warrior, and it was a bad decision.
So
I made a terrible read.
Kevin and Ong ended up playing 3 series together, and Kevin won. Out of the series, Kevin went 2-1.
And they were all in a row. Hog only played Kevin 3 times in a row.
Yeah. Alright, so that's the end of the tournament.
So, what are your takeaways from this tournament?
Faces the place.
Because my takeaways are Pirate Warrior is strong, also faces place.
Yeah, I was actually most impressed that the Hunter did that well.
I still... Wait, so how many games did the Hunter even win? So it won one of the games in this matchup, right? Or did it win? Did it manage to beat the Mage? It didn't, right?
No, it didn't, no.
So I saw it go 1-1.
It didn't do well here, but I saw it do well, I think, versus Terry.
Oh, okay.
So here's our standings. Kevin Moo wins rank 1. The only series he lost was 1 to Ong. Ong went 3-2. Both his losses were to Kevin. Terry went 3-2. Matthew Leonard went 2-2. Kevin Hu and Ron Eisenband both went 1-2. And then Jimmy Lee and Kevin Pruitt went 0-2.
0-2, baby! I won 1 game!
That's still top 8 out of all competitors, though.
Fair. But, going 1-6 in a day feels bad, man. I'm gonna go play some Pirate Warrior and hope that I can inflict some of this pain on other people instead.
Alright, well, thanks everyone. Hopefully I can get better casting in the future. We can start with multiple casters. I can tell I'm starting to lose my voice. Alright, thanks, see ya.